What's going on, everybody? It's the Seeker here, and I kind of want to go over this whole Mr. B scam thing and all this other good stuff. There's a lot of videos out there about Mr. Beast and Ava and all this other stuff, and there's probably 15, 20 YouTubers. It's the same stuff over and over and over, and they're all really getting their information from one source, really, from one or two sources, and then they're just making another video regurgitating the same information, trying to get views, trying to get subscribers, trying to get, I don't blame them for that. I do the same thing. If I find something interesting, I'm going to make a video in my own words and things in that nature. But I decided, I want to release a video with new information or new things that people have not talked about, because everything I'm seeing on YouTube about Mr. Beast is the exact same stuff over and over and over and over and over. It's the three things, right? It's the lottery scam, it's the signatures, it's the same thing over and over and over and over. So I want to kind of do my own digging, my own investigation, and kind of go through my own stuff here. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that other good stuff. And maybe I'll do some more videos like this. So the first thing I want to kind of talk about here that I thought was kind of interesting when we pull things up here is that Mr. Beast, from my understanding, has two companies, right? He has Beast Holdings LLC, and he has Mr. Beast YouTube LLC. Now, Mr. Beast Holdings holds the trademarks for Mr. Beast logo and this logo here. But if we actually go into the trademarks itself, and I didn't pre-plan this, so this is all off the cuff here. We go to Mr. Beast YouTube LLC, and it actually holds the trademark Team C's, hashtag Team C's. So what that tells me, what that tells me is, correct me, I'm no lawyer, okay? I'm just a guy on YouTube that wants to make YouTube videos. But what that tells me is that these things didn't become trademark until 2020. So if you notice, he trademarked Team C's in 2020, and he trademarked his logo and all this other good stuff in February 19th of 2019 and September 17th of 2019. So really, all these things did not become trademarked until 2019, 2020. And I find that interesting because and I'll tell you the reason why I made this video here in just a second. But I find that interesting is because if you start looking at court documents, you start seeing that Mr. Beast YouTube actually has quite a few court documents, and they're basically alleged copyright September 19th, 2020, or excuse me, September 2019. There was a copyright. And then this one here I find interesting is Mr. Beast Holdings, Mr. Beast YouTube, and Game Changer 247 LLC. I haven't dug into this. If another YouTuber wants to dig into Game Changer 247 LLC, please do, because I like to see a video on that, and I don't know if I'm going to have time doing that. But this is also a temporary restraining order against Private Designs LLC, a North Carolina limited company, and shopmrbeast.com domain name, and then Pork Bun LLC. Apparently, this is a restraining order. They're trying to copy his merch and sell his merch. But once again, this was filed in 2021. But his logo and all did not become trademarked until 2019, 2020, right? Trademark, yep. So I'm wondering now, I don't know about copyright, but maybe it's completely different. But it's interesting that for someone who's running a multi-billion-dollar business, this is my opinion, I don't know if the people he's hiring is just inexperienced at cheap labor, that's helped running his multi-billion-dollar company. But if I'm starting a multi-billion-dollar company, the first thing I would do is secure my assets legally. Trademark my logo, trademark my name, trademark all this, copyright all this stuff. That should have been the first thing. Mr. Beast's been around for years, and he's just now doing that within the last couple of years. I don't know if the people he's hiring is involved in that. Obviously, Mr. Beast is one person. He's running the company. He can't know everything. And I'm not sticking up for Mr. Beast, but I think, in my opinion, that this would have been done years ago, years and years ago. And I think this falls into the whole 40 million subscriber thing, the whole 40 million subscriber t-shirt. Now, there's a lot of there's a lot of videos out there about this whole lottery thing and how all the videos were taken down because of the lottery. In my personal opinion, yes, I think there was a lottery done. Obviously, that's proven. We know that he ran a lottery. Now, was it intentional or unintentional? I don't know. Probably intentional, in my opinion. But I don't think that's the reason why all these videos were taken down. Because if you remember, when he did the 40 million subscriber live stream, a lot of scammers came out at that time. There was a lot of fake YouTube channels. There were a lot of fake Facebook stuff. There was a lot of fake TikTok stuff rerunning that 40 million subscriber live stream, trying to get people to give money to the scammer. Now, obviously, that's about the time, now correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that about the time, if we look back in history, he started copywriting his logos or trademarking his logos and actually started going after some of these people? And so if he sees that's happening and he took those live streams down and copyright the strikes from the scammers rerunning those live streams, a pre-recorded live stream, I can see why he would remove all the live streams. Now, why did he remove the Facebook one? I don't know, right? I'm not Mr. Beast. I can't tell you why. But it does fall in line of he's seen that this is a problem. He's seen that this is a big problem. So he went ahead and trademarked his logos. And then he actually started going after these people, right? I can see that happening. But what's funny here is if we start going into looking now I'm going to fully admit I brought 2 shirts. I was under the impression that Mr. Beast was going to sign my shirts. Now that we've seen Dollpack's video, that these signatures may not even be Mr. Beast's signatures, right? So I'm kind of questioning, that's the whole reason why I purchased a shirt. I purchased 2 of them, one for me and one for my wife, and I thought I was getting a legitimate Mr. Beast signature shirt. Now, is that not true? Do I need to sue Mr. Beast because I purchased a shirt on a false pretense because he physically said he was going to sign every single shirt? And then we find video evidence that that's not true? That's a little screwed up, in my opinion. That's screwed up. Now, he put it out there. He said he was going to sign every single shirt. Maybe it was more than what he thought, but he put himself in that position, right? So he should sign every single shirt. Now, I got a shirt that I don't know if it's his real signature or not. And if you start looking at the signatures, you can see from other people that these signatures vary quite differently, right? This signature here looks completely different from this signature. This signature here looks completely different from these signatures, right? Notice this signature looks completely different from this signature, right? So I'm starting to question my authenticity. Now, some of these shirts don't even have signatures, right? Like this shirt is not even signed. Now, maybe it was washed or something. I don't know. But there was a lot of scams out there, and even if you go look back at some of the Reddit posts from back then, you have people talking about the scams. This is 2020. Live stream merch is a scam. Now they may be talking about other ones, or 40 million shirt wasn't signed. Now there's a lot of complaints, right? Even if you go look at the Better Business Bureau, and I'm sorry this video is all over the place, but I want to give out new information instead of watching the same videos over and over and over and over. But if they have a Better Business Bureau rating of F, right? There's a lot of complaints here. Now this one here, promote a casino, that could be a scammer doing it. I don't know, but back here it says August, my wife ordered a sweatshirt from the store. It was supposed to be a birthday gift for their son. She ordered a 3X. She received a medium, and was she asked to return it for a refund or what have you. They asked for the tracking number, and then it kind of fell off, right? Despite multiple emails. This is just recently here, right? Same thing. 9/6/2023, brought 2 shirts, and then the wrong sizes, and then again, we're sorry, and then they ignored the emails. So Mr. Beast obviously has some problems internally that he needs to sort out. It's clear that Mr. Beast has internal problems within his organization that he needs to sort out. He needs organizational changes. Now, is it because he's hiring a bunch of new people straight out of college and they're inexperienced? Possible. That could be where the internal problems are coming from. Because even if you looked at LinkedIn, right? You go looked at LinkedIn here, you will see that this is a list of his employees. It's not that hard, 492. But if you start looking at lists of his employees, we could just go through learning design, who this Nicole chick, right? Is she a Mr. Beast employee? Should be. Maybe not, right? I'm pretty sure it was. So let's just go, right? I don't have access to this profile. Let's just go team lead, Mr. B. I don't have access to this profile. Head of finding smart people, right? So this is Mr. B's Kira, right? But how long has she been employed? Since 2020, 4 years, right? So let's just go down here a little bit. Assistant, right? Kimberly, assistant. Mr. Beast casting, right? TikTok. How long? 3 years, 2022. So, but she's straight out of college, right? Task Force, Mr. Beast, Cat, right? How long has she been employed? Since 2023 present. She's only been there for a year. So it seems like only within the last couple of years, Brian at ViewStats, right? 2023, right? So it seems like only within the last couple of years, last 4 to year and a half, these things has really, really taken off. He's done a lot of hiring. And a lot of these guys and girls, if you look, they're not that old. They're young, right? So they don't have a lot of corporate world experience, right? And then they're in some pretty high level executive positions, right? That should be a flag, right? Now, I don't work for Mr. Beast. I don't run his organization. I can't tell you what's going on. Amberly, she's on a task force. I don't know what a task force is, but obviously it's within the last year. A lot of their employees, in my opinion, are fairly new. Or there's a high turnover rate. One of the two. So, I don't know. I just want to put out a YouTube video with with a different perspective on things here, because I'm really seeing a lot of the same videos over and over and over, saying the exact same regurgitated content over and over and over. So I just want to kind of bring things at a different light and maybe inspire some YouTubers to maybe do a little bit more digging, a little bit more research, and maybe try to spin out some different content about Mr. Beast. I think it's fucked up, in my opinion, what he's done. I'm not a businessman, but another thing you start thinking about is philanthropy, right? Mr. B's philanthropy is a really good organization doing great good out there. But what I'm curious to know, and I'm curious to find out because I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm wondering if, from a business mindset, if he's using the philanthropy business side for tax write-off on the Mr. Beast YouTube side, right? So is the philanthropy a shell company for write-offs to reduce tax liability? Right? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a major in business. So it'd be interesting if someone who has a degree in business or knows more about this stuff to make a video and comment on this stuff. I think it'd be really interesting. Is he legitimately being that nice, building homes and wells and things in that overseas and doing surgery? Or is he using that for tax write-off purposes to reduce his tax liability, right? I don't know. I'm not a business guy, right? I don't know. Just my personal opinions, what my thoughts are. Once again, if you like the different perspective of the content of everything you're reading online or everything you're watching online, give me a shout. Leave a comment below. Like, subscribe. Let me know. Once again, if you like this stuff and I get good feedback, I get good comments, I get a good, if I see people want more stuff like this, then I'll do more stuff like this. I'll start making other YouTubers at a different perspective. All right. This is The Seeker, and I'll speak with y'all guys again soon, hopefully.